Nigeria Info, did you go off? No, we didn't go off. It's hanging season. But what a great day to be alive. It's the 9th day in the final month of 2024, December. And interesting conversations we've had all through today on this station. Hanging season is over and we can continue with our lives. Brilliant. So let me say thank you very much to Kofi Battles, who I've missed. And special thanks to Sheriff, who did what all leaders do. When their people are away, they cover for them as much as possible. We've had a great past 2 weeks. Sheriff holding it down on a day-to-day basis on the morning crossfire and beyond. So thank you to these colleagues of mine for what they continue to do. It's just so refreshing to trust that no matter what happens, everything will be all right, because we've got that much quality. There's quality flowing everywhere. Same for all our Nigeria Info guys in Abuja and Port Harcourt. Brilliant. We are fortunate. So welcome, guys, to the show. Now, let me start this show this way. First and foremost, let me quickly introduce my friends with whom we do this on a week-to-week notice. Let's say welcome. Usually when I want to say hello to Nii, I go to my right. Nii.
I noticed your hand. Hanging season.
Hanging season. Nii Adioshun, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm fine, Femi, and good morning, our listeners.
Good morning. Nii, you already know so well. He is our non-oil export coach. Razak Olayegbe produces a package for us. Hello, Razak. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm better than Christmas. Christmas is here.
It doesn't be better than Nigeria itself. Or maybe you've been better a long time ago. So let's get to the show. And I want to start with a question to Nii. So, Nii, do you need more money? Do you need money or more business? Why is it taking so long? Answer now. Do you need more money? Yes or no?
Yes, I need more.
How about business? You need more business.
I need more business.
Okay, you need more business. Good. I was going to say, I was looking out for your answer to determine if we will continue with this program this morning or not. So you do need. I'm happy.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk. Let's talk. Well, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, you probably know her by name, Jumoke Oduwole.
She's new, by the way.
She's new. Jumoke Oduwole. And Monday morning, I'm reminded of Jumoke. Okay. Well, not my own Jumoke. This is
Different Jumoke.
This is a different Jumoke. So the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, the new Minister of Trade and Investment, has said that Nigeria needs more non-oil exports as they are crucial for the economy. She was speaking at a recent stakeholders reception organized for her. Going from the kind of conversations we had last week, this is a very interesting conversation to have, where Nigeria needs more non-oil exports. The minister said the non-oil exports are crucial for the economy. And let me quote her. It is a priority of Mr. President. It is a priority of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. It is what we need for the Nigerian economy. We need productivity and competitiveness, and we need to encourage firms. End of quote. That's from the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, aka we need more non-oil exports. So thank you for joining us on this show. If you followed last week, you could tell, I think it was it Sheriff who asked Razak, was it Sheriff or Razak who asked Nii one question? No, it was a banter between Nii and Razak, and it was, for me, it was the big conversation of last week towards the end about why it is difficult or how hard it is to get in line. So maybe some people are listening. Welcome to the Fintex show. Here we talk all things non-oil export, we talk fintech and those peripheral things associated with the fintech industry. I'm Femi Obong-Daniels. You've met Nii, you've met Razak. We're streaming live on Facebook, and YouTube. Search for Nigeria Info. You won't miss it. And you can also send us WhatsApp messages all through the week. At any time. To the WhatsApp number if you need assistance, if you have questions, if you need to track anything. All right. So the WhatsApp number is 0912-171-2885. Nii is going to give us the studio WhatsApp number in a bit, but the number that you are supposed to send your messages that's any Razak. No, it's Razak. Razak will help us because he was the one who just sent a message to that WhatsApp number. So he will give us the number of the Nigeria Info WhatsApp. But if you want to reach Nii Adeosun and the guys, the experts who know what they're talking about, you want to reach out to them at any point, send a WhatsApp message, not calls, not text messages. WhatsApp message to this number. I'm reading it out again: 0912-171-2885. 0912-171-2885.
So the studio WhatsApp number is 0809 597 5805. I take it again: 0809 597 5805. That's it.
As WhatsApp. Beautiful. So as this program goes on and you have comments, you can send your messages there quickly. You can drop a quick short note, but try and pass your message across in 30 seconds max. Okay. Drop a quick message. We will take your messages as they come in. So let's go into the meat of the matter. So Nii, do you feel I threw you under the bus with the opening question?
Well, the truth about it is that when Razak told me about when I saw the script, the first question I asked myself was at Kilagbe.
Yeah. Now that's it. That's the thing. So I asked that question. It's not me, it's Razak, it's the one who produces. Yeah. He decided to cause civil war between me and Nii this early morning. Yeah. So he would tell us how his mind was working. But since you went to Kilagbe, Kileju, that means you are surprised that what did I do? Okay. So let's attack it.
Yeah. So we cannot overemphasize the need for money. Again, and we cannot overemphasize the need for business, right?
Yep.
Because like we all know, that is the MSME and SME sectors that drive the economy anywhere in the whole world.
Yep.
All right. And the question really is, when I saw it, I was like, okay, we have a new minister, but I have problems with promises. I mean, personally, I have problems with promises. I like to do things, and I like to see things done. So when I saw that, all I was asking myself was, the government should be telling us about policies. All right, not making promises. The people in the private sector, do stuff. But government should tell us, oh, okay, we've seen, because you've taken over from a particular minister, right? You want to continue from where the minister stopped. Because the minister made promises. The one that left made promises. One of them was the garment, what do you call it? If you remember the garment,
garment hub.
Yeah, the garment hub that they talked about. All right? You should be telling us how far the garment hub thing is gone or is going, so that there's consistency, all right, in government policy.
But that minister is now gone.
Yeah, so that minister is gone.
And maybe the government, the whole thing is also gone.
So policies go. Once the minister goes, the new one is talking something new.
But again, it may not be. Yeah, I get you. The fear is that, okay, where's the continuation and all of that. But you do know that the thing with leadership is every new leader has a different set, and sometimes it's probably because of their own ideas that they were put in that position in the first place. So maybe it's not gone with the former minister, but this person is just trying to itemize new areas in addition.
No, it brings a lot of confusion. You see, while you say that, let me give an example of what happened some time ago. In our fintech organization, there was a time I was trying to hire a guy who was supposed to take up a role of a head of growth. So I gave them a test, the guys who were supposed to take up that role. So I gave them an MBA kind of test. It was a case study test. And I said, look, if you're going to be the head of growth for this our organization, do so, and so. And I gave them till a week to be able to respond to that, application for that role. One guy among the people that responded to me, you know what he did? The guy responded to me in less than 4 hours. So when I saw that, I was like, this one okay. I mean, I'm like, okay, does this guy know what I've asked him to do at all? So I looked at what he responded, you understand? I'm like, okay, well, he makes some sense. So I waited for others till the end. To my surprise, that guy that responded first was the best. So I called him for an interview. It was a virtual interview. So I started talking with him. I know what he told me. So the guy used to work in a particular bank. I won't mention their name here. And he told me that question I asked him, that he churned it out of his head. Why? He was part of the development team for the bank where he worked, that he has now left, that developed that very, very thing for the bank where he left. So he did not need, so it was just in his head because where they were with consultants.
They already had experience.
Yeah, so they were the ones that designed it for the bank. This bank is one of the banks that came from back today that has come to the front. You understand? It's one of the foremost 3 banks. They were the old banks. You understand? They are at the top. So he was telling me that he worked there or at that time. So what am I driving at? There has to be a blueprint. Blueprint is critical. You don't wake up tomorrow and say you want to do policy on your own. There's nothing so called. It is the country that is the primary focus. So you come and bring consultants together. You have a tenure. Okay? So these consultants come. They're experts in this field. Oh, we will do this. We know what the challenges are in export business. We know the problems that people go through, logistics, procurement of products, police harassing people on the road, army collecting bribe everywhere. All of those things are happening. So we know where the hitches are. We know where the problems are. We know the areas where, how do you... I went to Akwa Ibom to go and buy palm oil. I took a goods in transit insurance. Along the line, the truck that carried my, had a problem. They had to transload. What that means is that it automatically erodes the essence of the group transit insurance. So we understand the problems on the field. Bring us to a room. Let's help you design. Don't come and be telling us that, the president is interested in something. No. When you're in government, you are telling us that, look, we have sat down with some consultants and this is the direction that we need to follow.
That acquirement experience is crazy.
Anyway.
So you had already paid for insurance. The vehicle has broken down.
Yeah.
Now you've now been moved into another vehicle without that insurance.
So that insurance automatically is gone after paying for that insurance.
But shouldn't they still bear culpability because they were supposed to move that product from one end to the other end?
So one end to the other end, they take the driver, they take the details of the vehicle. You understand? Because that's what they're covering. The moment it changes, it kills that insurance.
Now, that value chain is what this minister should have looked into, not saying we need more exports. Because if you say you need more exports, it's an empty promises.
It's a cliche, really.
Yes, because if it shall say, okay, I will look into the value chain, and this is massive.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do this. For instance, okay, if you have more exports, and you are not able to make profits because custom, tariff, levy, permits, all of that have eaten to your cost. That's zero. But does she know all those others?
Yeah. Well, again, let me go to the other question. And we have about 3-4 minutes before the break. So she's talking about we need non-oil exports. You are asking, maybe she should be asking, why don't we have more non-oil exports? I guess makes sense.
Yeah.
But I do know that the government has been coming out to say that they're creating an enabling environment through what they call PBEC, the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council. The question is there a way this can help? And as we tackle that, the enabling environment, more export, will that not take care of what Nii is talking about? Is it not supposed to take care of all this multi-tariffing, all these bottlenecks and all of that? Is that a good way to go, for instance?
I mean, why she's mentioning PBEC is because she had worked in PBEC under the office of the vice president.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she came from,
Mm-hmm.
right, at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so those agencies, there's a lot of talk. If you remember at the beginning of this year, when we're talking about, mid-year, thereabout, the promises of the NEPC
Zero oil.
Zori oil in 2010. Look, it's
we had a good laugh over that.
oh yeah, it's an embarrassment. You know, I keep saying the people that are out there, they have expectations. They wish their economies can become better. So when people are saddled with the responsibility of working in government space, they need to be very responsible with the things they say. Otherwise, it becomes a back and forth thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking in my head now, I'm like, okay, NEPC is there. What do you call it? This lady Olajumoke from PBEC is there now. Smidan is there. You know, can't we synergize? You know, can't we synergize for results? You know, and somebody has to drive that process. You know, it is that driver that is the problem. The proper driver are those of us in the private sector. Why? Because we know how to do the do. We walk the walk. We don't do the talk. You know, the government needs to understand that, look, the people who are the players in the non-oil export business are the private sector.
Yeah. And they are the practical arm of it.
We are there.
Those in government are the theoretical.
Exactly.
You just
so call us into a room. Tell us to tell you what to do to make life easier for us. They are working, but they're working in silos. All right? I attended the function by Smidan. Was it on Thursday or thereabout? It was a training session talking about opportunities that people can have in terms of, what can Smidan, they did in conjunction with the bank. All right? So they put a couple of us into a room and we're speaking, you know. And I had to even tell the lady that, look, at some point we're going to bring you on radio because the people who are your primary focus need to hear, you know, what exactly you people have in stock for them. That's extremely, very, very important. Otherwise, the gap just remains there. You understand? Everybody's also working in, you know, in some kind of OE. What do they call OE in English? You understand?
We got to take
we don't really know the direction.
We got to take a break. When the incoming American president campaigned on drill, baby, drill, somebody is talking about zero oil for Nigeria in what year again? 20
next month. Yes.
It go B. We'll be back after this short time.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
For Naija, when something dey important, you go stress am.
Oh yeah, come now. This one na better.
And as Pepsi 60cl long throat bottle don land.
Hey, madam, give me big refreshment.
That's one na Pepsi 60cl long throat bottle now.
Yes ooo, Pepsi 60cl long throat bottle na big refreshment, big value, big flex. In fact, this one na all round big things. No dull, go buy your own Pepsi 60cl long throat bottle sharp. Pepsi, thirsty for more.
25 naira per share, and for every 6 share I hold, I get one more.
What are you doing?
I am counting the numbers I get from over 5 billion shares. FBN Holdings is giving existing shareholders the chance to buy more shares at 25 naira each. This means that if you already have shares in FBN Holdings, you can get one new one for every 6 you own, and there are over 5.9 billion shares available. Don't miss out. Own a share of tomorrow with FBN Holdings rights issue. The offer opens from the 4th November to 12th December 2024. Visit your stockbroker or any First Bank branch, or go to fbnholdings.com to get started. You can also access the offer directly on your First mobile banking app. FBN Holdings. Own your share of tomorrow.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Show me love. You show me love. I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stir?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Hello, excuse me. This Milo pack looks different. I'm seeing support energy release, bam, on the pack. Is it the same Milo? No, this one is new and improved. The support energy release means when you give your kids Milo as part of breakfast, you are giving them energy they need to go to school. I like this one.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo. My ions, please, can't get enough. My ions, please, give it to me now. It go rehydrate you, yeah. Replenish your ions with Pocari Sweat. Rehydrate you faster, easily observe. Pocari Sweat, give me some more. Pocari Sweat.
Find amazing treats for everyone this holiday with Showmax. Celebrate like a champion with soccer.
Very well taken.
Find your festive inspo with our masters of style.
That's what I'm here for.
Embark on a fun-filled global adventure.
Here we go.
Share your love moments with family and friends.
My son, the most handsome.
And enjoy some truly royal spoils.
I want the power to control what happens in my life.
Only on Showmax, because everyone deserves a holiday treat.
In today's fast-paced world, having the right skills can set you on a path to success. Whether you're a newbie, a professional, or a recent graduate, Go My Code has a course tailored just for you.
With Go My Code, you can learn the most in-demand tech skills right here in Lagos. Our flexible learning approach and expert instructors ensure you get the best training no matter where you start. Visit Go My Code today and unlock your future. Go My Code. We teach digital skills for you.
As the year closes, Power Oil thanks you, our resilient community. Through challenges, you've shown strength, creating moments that matter. Together, we've walked for healthy hearts, celebrated life, and cooked meals filled with care. Your resilience inspires us to keep supporting your health and well-being. This season, let's continue to make meals that matter, cherishing love and hope into the new year. Merry Christmas and a powerful new year from Power Oil.
Power Oil, hey, Power Oil.
Attention, Airtel customers. If your line has been blocked, then this is for you. Head to the nearest Airtel shop with your NIN. Our friendly staff will help you get your line back up and running. Don't let a blocked line keep you out of touch.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Okay, investment full ground, oh. Service for you fit trust, oh. It's time to live the good life, oh. Secure the bag with iInvest.
Yes, iInvest is one way to build lasting wealth. Buy Nigerian equities. Get higher interest rates on fixed deposits and savings. Visit www.i-investng.com to access a wide range of other financial products that offer good returns on your investments. All transactions are done through regulated financial institutions. iInvest. Let's help you secure the bag.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate.
Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
In the cooking game, you need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. Your game plan is incomplete without Maggi chicken flavor. Made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric, it's the game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer.
5 Alive Poppy. So much pop, so many ways to pop it. He gulps it. She chews it. He slurps it. Filled with pulp in every gulp, everyone pops it their way. So, how do you pop it?
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Welcome back. This is the Fintex show. Just before the break, we were talking about the words of the new Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Jumoke Oduwole, who was saying Nigeria needs more non-oil exports. I quoted her. I'll quote her again. She said, "It is a priority of Mr. President. It is a priority of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. It is what we need for the Nigerian economy. We need productivity and competitiveness, and we need to encourage firms." Before we went on that break, I was asking Ani and also Razak if they felt that there was anything to take out of these words. Ani just essentially just said is the typical case of half measures and talk, and some more half measures and some more talk. And that's half measures, even if you are fortunate. Sometimes it's talk and no measures at all. More talk, no measures. But I'd also asked a question about PBEC, which is the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council that's supposed to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Madam says we need more non-oil exports. It's crucial for the economy. But this data and the statistics tend to show that it's very problematic for the people in the field. And I'm wondering, PBEC in itself, how can it help? And then we will piggyback, we'll just circle back quickly to what we think, what NIA, non-oil export coach, thinks can help. So PBEC NIA has been around since when? 2016?
2016.
Yeah, so, I mean, assessment.
So, that is why we're here. That is why this program started. It's to help. That's the primary reason. So we're here to help. I would not lie to you that it is not tough. It is tough because of our environment. The things that are supposed to make life a lot easier for you are not there. And that's why we decided to say, okay, let's put people together so that we can all jojo, talk about your frustrations, talk about your experiences, so that we can also guide you. All right. And it's interesting. I have guys who are also from Ghana. I mean, there was a guy who was telling me that he had a contract from the US to supply palm oil, and he sent me the letter of intent. So I looked at the letter of intent and I was telling him, okay, ask these people 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. All right. If you stay by yourself, it's going to be difficult for you to do export. And we have made up our minds that, it's a calling for us. We want to stay with you, right? Reach out to us. Join our community. If you need to get trained, come and get trained. People tell me, oh, I want to export palm oil and so on. I said, look, you need to get trained. Don't run from it. It's your reality. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And I will say this very clearly. where people run away from are where the opportunities are. You know, on my birthday, you know, there was something that Kofi said here. And I mean, it struck me, you understand, as the beneficiary of what he said. And what did he say? He said, it is where things are difficult you're going to find me.
Yeah.
You know, he literally described me.
But that's for those of us who know you. We know that you are former banker, fintech guy, a combination of all sorts, gone to some of the most dangerous places in the country in search of God knows what, gold, and all these things, taking. You know,
it's funny when
across the lagoon.
Across the lagoon, that time will never go.
I was not around the day you people were. And you know, like Yoruba say, or something like that. Are you? Is there any Akin in your name?
There's no Akin there. There's no Akin there. But there's an Akin inside of me. You know, let me tell you. So when they talk about banditry in Zamfara State, look, I've been to places where. I would take a bike. I'll be on a bike for 3 hours going in a bush, right? Where we follow in is not where we follow out because there's no road path. You know, I'll see camels, you know, and I'll ask myself, am I in Nigeria? You know,
have I crossed to Chad?
Yeah, to Chad or somewhere. You know, I see all those guys, all those Buzu guys, you know, and I'm like, for me, look, you have to move. You know. It's not.
Are you saying the man listening now is like, I would like to join this thing, and then he says I have to enter bush.
It's a lot easier now. It's a lot easier. Why? There's a community. There's a community that I created for people across region.
Okay.
So if I need something from Northeast now, I don't need to go. I would ask those in the Northeast. You understand? What is the price of beans? What's the price of beans in so place?
In the best market.
In the best market, you understand? Somebody there would answer me. It's because this is a product of my own experience. I looked at it and said, look, this is a journey since 2012. So I've seen what did not work. I've been robbed before in the Southeast of cash. I've seen the worst, the good, the bad, the ugly of the export experience. And I said, okay, no, this is the way to go. All right? I looked at that time, I said, look, funding is a problem. And that was the conversation last week. I said, okay, funding is a problem. Okay, what can we do? I created the collective export profit scheme. Why? I am a solution provider. The problems will not stop. But don't sit where you are, hoping that things are going to change. Come. We're saying come. Let's reason together. Let's work together. Let's stand with you, you understand, to be able to go on that journey. It's a tough journey. But if you try to want to do it all by yourself, you're going to burn your fingers.
The solution is what PBEC and African Continental Free Trade Agreements are bringing. They are breaking the bureaucracy. They are cutting off red tape. They are making border crossing easy for people.
Okay, you are confident that this is in the work
on paper.
On paper,
yeah, on paper. But you know, because it favors more of those who are in the formal export.
Yeah.
But because those in the informal sector, can't navigate that territory, they are going across the border to informal exports. They are moving goods, they are exchanging qualities, they are getting value done informally. That place is thriving big time. That area is what most people are going into now. Because if you want to go into the formal sector, you need humongous cash.
Capital, yeah, that's what it is.
So all this talk about cash, and you know, that's us addressing the elephant in the room.
Yeah,
guys, I think I know what Nii will say. He will say yes. The question is, can the fintech firms be of help in this case? You will say yes, but yes is not enough for me. I want to know the how.
So to surprise you, I'll say no. I'll say no. And this is it. So when you look at the guys who are in the fintech space, right? You look at people who are in payments, who are in lending, who are in agency banking, and all of those places. We do not have anybody focusing on a fintech solution for export. And this is the reason. And I talked about it last week. The kind of funding that you need for export are institutional funding, developmental funding. All right? So you could put a structure on your business such that you can win a grant. In fact, that's part of our focus next year. I've taken this very expensive training this year, how we intend to expand the frontier. And who are the focus? The people that are farmers. In the coming year, we're going to be focusing on people who are farmers predominantly and people who are already producing stuff locally that would help them take their products out of the country. That's the focus. Oh, you are producing hibiscus flower. You are producing. In fact, some other guys reached out to me this weekend about some guys who want to help people sell hibiscus flower in Saudi Arabia. They reached out to me. You get it? Now, so once you're doing production, you're already in production. You're a farmer. You are doing something. We're not talking about greenhorns now. Who want to go to? No, I'm already a farmer. All right. I'm already, so there are a lot of people who have who are doing what do you call them now? Maybe yam flour. They're already processed and selling locally.
Yeah.
They hawk on their head, go and sell one bag and all of that. Those people are the focus next year. We want to change their story because they've started doing something. All right. So when they're saying they're selling locally, you understand, we want to expand that market for them. I said I had attended an event a few days ago, and I was telling the lady that was there, I said we have an e-commerce marketplace where Nigerians can take their products and we'll help them warehouse in the US and they can sell from there. It's about the doing and making sure that people's lives become better. That's what it is.
Okay, I think for fintech, I know few of them are doing cross-border payments, but not really big time, because once we start doing business across Africa, currency becomes a problem.
Yeah, certainly
becomes a problem. So I know a fintech company that's trying to help you to navigate.
They're doing it. What you're saying they're doing, I know them, right? So there's that continental. So they're pushing it really. They're trying to push it strongly. All right. The unfortunate thing I found out with it is that people have told me that they can receive money into Nigeria from around
Francophone
region, right? But they cannot move money from the Nigerian banks into those regions. That's the challenge. That's the challenge. The guy who powers is a Nigerian guy, and how the switching from the Nigerian end does not work into those other African countries is rocket science to me as I speak to you. I mean, yes, I'm in that space. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? You understand? I'm an ex-banker. I've worked in international banking operations before. All right? I've set up some of those infrastructure. And I'm asking myself that, why is it not possible for me to be able to move money from Nigeria into Ghana, into Togo? You understand?
When I can move money from there into
Nigeria. You understand? So it does not add up to me. You understand? Yet, this is the biggest market.
It could be a function of switching.
So it's a switching problem.
It's a switching problem.
I know the solution. I'm sitting down here. I know the solution to the problem. So you get it now.
Okay.
I know the solution. Problem. There's a solution. So
we've talked about this thing. We've talked about a client, you and I, who does business across Africa, and the solutions in Kenya and Ghana very seamless. And every time Ghana is close by. Last time I was in Ghana, I could sense the seamlessness of everything. Everybody transacts stuff in their phone, and it's not about apps or going there, transfer money from your account. It's just seamless.
It's not that hard.
You could pay for things literally with SMS, whatever it is. Why is it always so hard here?
No, it's crazy. I mean, he just mentioned it. All we're talking about here, switching. It's switching of transactions. That is simply what it is. Switching of transactions are going on locally.
Big time.
That's why you can transfer money.
Certainly.
So locally, there are no problems. What happened at the center? All right, for the continent, what is the big deal? It is not. The guy who's powering it is an experienced. Let me use the word guru.
So what is blocking? Who is blocking who? I mean, the fact that
policy.
Is that Nigerian policy?
Yes, policy.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Policy. Regulation.
So on one hand, they tell you they mean well. On the other hand, they're pulling you back and saying, no. That thing you say you want to do.
You know, it's a different thing if the problem is from those other countries. Maybe because they fear Nigeria and they think everybody is 419 and, you know. But how do
sorry, Femi, it's the same policy regulation that is stalling African Continental Free Trade Agreement. This is one that is stalling it.
So what are we going to do? I mean, sit on our hands?
Promoting informal exports. That's it. It's going on big time. Informal sector people they are doing business.
You know, I'm excited about something, right? I'm an online person. I'm a tech person, right? And I see some African countries focusing on Nigeria to be able to help Nigerians warehouse their products in those African countries and help you sell. Now, an average Nigerian wants to earn $1, right? But there's money that is around your neighborhood that is not necessarily Naira, that has more value than Naira, that people can still earn. You know, so I look at it and I'm like, okay, so these guys are, you know, I look at them, okay, they're Ghanaians, okay, they're looking at the Nigerian market to be able to help you warehouse and sell your products.
So you can make CDs.
Those are low-hanging fruits. We don't want that.
Yeah,
we want the big guys.
No, because that's what I'm saying. Look, for everybody, when we started this show,
I can't think of anybody who's thinking now, like, yeah, I can make CDs. Nobody's
so let me now bring you back to the after you're talking about. That is the problem with after.
Yes.
You said now. So when you tell an African, and I'm not an African, when you tell a Nigerian, you're telling a Nigerian that you should export his products to Ghana. To Ivory Coast.
Excuse me?
Are you all right? Sure, well, okay.
But meanwhile,
some
are doing it. They are doing it.
And they're making money really.
Okari market here. I saw lorries loaded.
Oh, yeah.
They are moving across the border.
Across the borders, right.
To Togo, to Ghana, to Cote d'Ivoire, to Cameroon. They are moving.
Informally.
So it's going on. Informally.
No, it's going on.
It's huge.
It's going on quite right. You understand? It's just at the retail level.
Yes.
All right? People just need to understand that, look, you have to do something. Look, I talk about the basic. Learn food processing. Look, you cannot continue to give excuses because there are too many things to process. You can go to my 12 market. You can go to Ilepo market. Go and buy a huge. You have 100,000. Use 50,000 and go and buy go and buy pepper. All right? It will be dehydrated for you. It will be blended for you. All right? You learn how to package it. You understand? Oh, okay, now I have a product.
You cut out all those wastages that happen.
Exactly, you understand? Oh, okay, now the product is available, you understand? Oh, we help you get a barcode, and it's there, and you're looking at your product every day. All right? One day, they'll tell you there's an exhibition that is going on somewhere. Please bring the product, you understand? Which means that you had something to show. All right, so it's not all gloomy, you understand? It's not all gloomy. Depending on what you're looking at, right? If you're optimistic about the fact that you can succeed, you can succeed. You can succeed. Some guy was saying something on social media yesterday. Said, as a lady, you've graduated from school and you can cook. You shouldn't be complaining about not getting a job. All right? So one guy said, that where would the lady now get money to be able to buy food stuff and all of that? We said, no. I told the guy, I said, no, don't say that. Everybody eats every day. The food that you eat, it's a good meal. Do a video. Put it on YouTube that you know how to cook. You got to take what you have to be able to get what you need in a legitimate way. It's a skill. You have a skill to cook. You understand? And it does not cost you money. So when people say, money. Look, the days I used to write business plan. I used to write business plan for people at some point. And people come and tell me, you want to do business? And I don't have money, you understand? I know what I tell them. I said in the hierarchy of the list of things that you need when you're writing a business plan, money is the last thing you need. Yes, when you write everything, executive summary, you write a competition, write this, write that, you understand? Financials is the last thing. It is not a coincidence that it's the last thing. Which means that if you're able to put up a very good idea, somebody would put money in that idea. That's how it works.
That's how it works.
So money is never the problem. Do something, you understand? If you come up now and you tell a family member, I say, look, everybody has a support system, no matter how small. I can come and tell you and I say, oh, Femi, please, I need 50K. What do you need 50K for? I've gone to buy this thing, but it's packaging that isn't required now. You understand? Like, okay, there's one girl, she's one of our listeners, so she's been listening, but she was able to buy material 50K. Can we put 50K together for her amongst all of us? You understand? That's what we're talking about. We're willing to help.
But the only place where money comes first is in personal shopping.
Oh, yeah.
If you need, you are in the UK, you need Shaki, you need Momo.
Yeah.
It's called same money.
No, we're processing one today. We're
same money
processing an export
I can procure it
by air.
So I don't
to
even
the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, today. Yeah.
That's the best thing. I mean, that's you. You are like an aggregator. You're not even looking for your own money.
Yes.
You want me to buy stuff for you? Send money.
Send money.
Of course, the person sending the money needs the assurance that okay.
Integrity is everything, and we've said it over and over again. It's a currency, right? The first thing you must build in your lifetime is credibility about who you are, your personality.
Yeah.
That you're trustworthy. Character is the first thing. Anybody that has character has everything. Yeah. Has everything. That's what it is.
Send money. Go and do shopping.
So I'm quite heartened, and during the break we were having this conversation. We talked about two things. One is the fact that before the year ends, we need to have an episode. Oh, good Lord! I'm here on the show today. I know I'll be on the show next week, but then I'll be away for the 2 weeks afterwards, which will be effectively the last 2 shows for the year. But whether I'm here or not, there should be an episode where we just listen to you guys.
Yeah, true.
What your challenges are, what the problems are. Those of you who've tried,
the experiences,
the experiences you've garnered. Those of you who started and stopped because of problems, we want to hear your experience. We'll let you know which of the shows. But preferably, maybe if not next week.
No, you need to be around. I mean, I want you to be around.
If we can do that next week.
It's not a bad idea.
If we can do that next week.
It'd be fantastic.
So if you would like to be a part of that show, don't forget, join this show next week. You cannot. The first episode in Lagos.
We want to hear from you, actually.
Airs on a Monday, and then it airs across Abuja and Port Harcourt afterwards. But we want to hear from you. You can send your message. You can reach out now, so that we can reach out to you before that. If you would like to share, you can send a message to this WhatsApp number 0912 171 2885. 0912 171 2885. One more time.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp message 0912 171 2885. The other good news that Nii just shared with me is the fact that some young man who listens to this show has reached out, and we're already in conversations with
from the UK
to build a was it AI solution?
Yeah.
To be
with the content of what we produce.
With this content, we're working and more value for those who listen to this show. The conversations are going to continue. I'm happy with the conversations, but we would build on that. There are opportunities in the days ahead. It also tells us that the content from this show this conversations is very valuable, and which is why they are using it to build an AI or train AI and all of that. So more good days are coming in the days ahead. Thank you, Nii Adeosun, for doing this with me.
Thank you,
Razak Olaigbe. Fantastic doing business with you again.
Thank you very much.
So remember, non-oil export gives you access to global markets. You take these global markets, and what do you get? Well, Forex, right? Put them together. Decide what you want to do with the rest of the world. Put it in your pocket if you wish. I'm Femi Obong-Daniels. See you again next week. Enjoy the rest of your week.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.